Okay, we turn our focus now to Uttar Pradesh, where a fringe group is seemingly at it again in Uttar Pradesh, where goons assaulted an interfaith couple on their wedding day, Sanjana. Now, the visiting registration office, visiting the registration office in Bijnor to register their marriage when members of a right-wing outfit brutally attacked them.
Absolutely unfortunate, Viren, because what makes it worse is that the couple alleges that the police watched. They watched like silent spectators while the assault took place and refused to come to their rescue.
क्यों कबूल किया, क्यों किया, गालियां बकी उन्होंने, पुलिस वालों ने भी गालियां दी मुझे। हम बिजनौर आए रजिस्ट्रेशन, उसके बाद हमारे पे हमला हुआ, तो वहाँ पे बजरंगी क्या जो भी है वो आए, उन्होंने हमें गाड़ी में बिठा के ले गए और जान से मारने की धमकी दी और मेरे को एक रूम में ले जाके नाखून मारे और बेल्टों से पिटाई की, थप्पड़ मारे।
शायद लड़की बाहर की थी और लड़का यहाँ का था। उसमें प्रकरण ये है कि शायद चंडीगढ़ से वो आई थी और ये लोग शादी कर लिए हैं और हिंदू मुस्लिम प्रकरण होने के कारण यहाँ पे कुछ हिंदू संगठन के लोग यहाँ पे आ गए थे। इस सूचना पर जब पुलिस पहुँची तो पाया कि इनके साथ कुछ दुर्व्यवहार हुआ है।
Right, it's a very unfortunate news coming in there, Viren, because as we've seen that this interfaith couple, we've heard from the victim, brutally thrashed. And not only that, what's really surprising, as we have been reporting extensively, is the fact that the cops just stood there like mute spectators, didn't help, didn't do anything while these goons continued to run amok. Because this is, you know, such incidents like this are only on the rise. And what remains is the fact is that these people are consenting adults who have decided to get married. So why should the fringe group have anything to say about this? And why should they be allowed, by the cops to do what they did? Because when we were reporting on the Hadia case, Sanjana, one thing the Supreme Court made very clear, that one's individual choice cannot be questioned. I mean, whether that choice is to marry a convicted felon or whatever, that does not make any difference. The person still has the freedom to do whatever they want. And this couple targeted on their wedding day in Uttar Pradesh in Bijnor as the cops stood and watched. Let's go across now to Rahul Ishwar, who's an activist who joins us on the phone line. Rahul, this is a really sad state of affairs where you see a fringe group allowed to run amok. They attacked this couple on their wedding day. These are two consenting adults.
This is very sad and very shocking. I mean, non-violence is not negotiable. We in the entire right-leaning spectrum have some issues with, we suspect to be conversions and forced conversions in the interreligious marriages. But having said that, nobody has the right to raise their hands. Non-violence is the bedrock of modern civilization and democracy. If anyone is having any issue, they can go to police, they can alert the authorities. We have seen some incidents where such interfaith marriages were misused. Having said that, violence is absolutely unacceptable. What happened was sorry, especially on a great day of those couples' life where they are going to start a new life. What happened was unfortunate. I hope all people who belong to the right-leaning spectrum, where we raise reasonable doubts about anti-forced conversion law and intercouple marriages, we believe it's some people at least using it as a mask. But violence is unacceptable, and I request and I thank media for highlighting these issues. We can only solve these issues by continuous discussions and deliberation, and I hope those couples will be given justice.
But Rahul, what's really glaring about this entire episode is the fact that the police have done nothing. They stood. We've heard the victim talk. She said that they've stood like silent spectators witnessing this entire thing as the goons have brutally beaten her and her husband up. They've done nothing. And more importantly, this couple are consenting adults. They have not been forced into anything. They both are coming out and saying that they have consented to get married to each other. So where is the problem?
Ma'am, let me be honest. Let me not be politically correct and sugarcoat it. Even in the so-called consent of some marriages, I'm not saying this marriage, of some marriages, we have found that there is some kind of in-depth coercion, there is some kind of hidden angle of forced conversions. There are many cases which the media has highlighted, which people, activists like me, have intervened. But having said that, there is a limit to which we can stretch ourselves. When a person is above the age of 18 and they belong to two different communities, the only thing we can do if we have suspicion is go go to police. And I would request the entire right spectrum, the brothers of ours in the right-leaning spectrum, not to indulge in violence, because violence is unacceptable. And people like senior leaders like Sri Advani ji have gone on record to say to many right-leaning people like me that raising your hands at another person is anti-Arsha Bharata Sanskriti, is anti-Indian culture. So violence is non-negotiable. What happened was unfortunate. I hope they will recover fast.
And one thing I think, Rahul, if I may point out that I think people tend to forget is the fact that interfaith marriages are the history of this country. It's not something that started yesterday. I've got Mr. A.L. Banerjee, former DGP of Uttar Pradesh, joining us on the phone line. Mr. Banerjee, good morning to you. What do you make of this? Because you have policemen there who are watching this assault take place. The woman alleges that the cops even went on to abuse the woman. What action would you like to see against these cops who allowed this assault to take place in Bijnor?
Hello.
Yes, Mr. Banerjee.
So, yes, what you see, what I have been able to make out is because I just got the information that this kind of thing happened. This is absolutely terrible. In fact, right now I'm seeing on your TV, you are also showing a recorded version of what is happening. There's a lady going, etc. But this is absolutely terrible. This should not have happened. And all those who were on the spot, all those law enforcers who were on the spot should be taken into account, and an order should be issued that they should intervene in such cases, whatever it may be. If there are two adults who are willing to get married, they should be permitted to get married. They are legally entitled to get married. There should be absolutely nobody who should be able to come in between them. If they have any objections to make, a month before the registration of a marriage, these people have to put up a notice. It is at that particular time they can put in a written argument saying that they object to the marriage on these grounds. However, when all has taken place, they're going to appear before a magistrate. This kind of thing should not have happened. This is terrible, and this is a blot on the local, those policemen who were there. They should be taken to task immediately.
Right, Mr. A.L. Banerjee, former DGP of Uttar Pradesh, thanks for joining us on this story. Unfortunately, these sorts of stories, Anjana, keep on happening with far too much regularity.